Okay. Hey, everybody.
Hi guys.
Hello. So today's a very special episode. Oh, I was about to introduce myself.
You're gonna introduce yourself?
That's my birthday.
Yeah, obviously. Why would you like? I was gonna say today's a very special episode because today is Samantha's birthday.
My birthday.
It's her birthday. So everybody wish her a happy birthday.
Thank you.
And if you don't, get off the live. No, I'm
kidding. Never come back on this.
Never come back.
And because of that, though, we are gonna have a shorter episode today, but it's still gonna be a good one. So, yeah. Are we ready to just go right in?
We are ready.
Okay. Alright. So, first thing we're going to talk about today is Bow Wow saying that he barely knows his child's mother. So, I'm going to read
his child's mother?
Yeah, like his baby mama. I'm going to read what she said. I'm going to read what he said. So, basically, she said, guys, rather fuck with your head while you're going through postpartum depression, then help you get back to yourself because they know your potential and it's intimidating. And then he commented and said, not my fucking problem. Go get you a man who cares. I barely know the girl. I don't even have a photo with the girl. Let that hurt go. I personally feel like he is such like a little scum of a man for even making a comment like that about his child's mother. Like, I get that, like, maybe it was a one night stand, maybe like you don't even, I don't know,
things happen.
Yeah, I get it, but like that's still your child's mother. Like, if she's not okay, your child's not okay because she's the one who's raising that child. So to say that you don't care and it's not your problem and you barely know her, like, first of all, that's embarrassing. The fact that you got somebody pregnant that you barely know, I wouldn't be talking about it so freely. That's embarrassing. Keep that to yourself. But I don't know, bro. I just feel like he should be so ashamed of himself. What do you think?
I agree. I find it very disrespectful. I feel like no matter what, like if it's an opinion type of topic, I'm always like, hey, they ain't very disrespectful. But I do, like, this is like beyond like trash. Like, why would you speak like that? Because, like, how old is a kid? Like, when he grows up,
I'm not sure. Yeah,
like when he grows up, he's gonna be like, why did you talk about my mom like that? Like, whatever, you know. I would feel some type of way if I grew up and I found out that this is what my father said to my mom.
About
right?
My mom. Yeah,
right. Like, oh, I don't know. In my opinion, he's like making her seem fast, you know, or like that she just wanted him for a baby, for money or whatever. That's how I see it. Not that I see her like that, but that's why that's how I see, like, how he's trying to make it look. Yeah, like her look.
I agree.
And I find that rude and trash.
Super corny, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. Not that, like, I never really thought much of him, honestly. But now my thought of him is, like, I don't really respect him. Feeling kind of sick. No, but yeah, corny ass behavior, like, ew, I can't even do.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go on to the next slide. Okay, this was like a really big one, I feel, for me, because I saw it all over my Twitter timeline. Like, it was all over. I saw
it on Instagram because I don't use Twitter.
Yeah, I don't use Twitter.
I wouldn't do it either.
Right, and no one even.
Like, who asked you?
No one asked. So basically, Summer Walker trended after she posted what she feeds her baby. Posted what she feeds her baby.
Wait, what?
So she trended, like, she went like viral, I guess, after she posted like what she feeds her baby, and like literally she feeds the child raw honey, hemp seeds, and there's something else. I don't know what that little green thing is, but like I don't have a baby. I'm not a pediatrician, but I don't think that this is like a nutritional meal for a newborn at that, you know? Like, and then they also pointed out the fact that the baby's legs are so skinny, like bony.
Yeah, compared to like one of the other, like,
Yeah,
pictures of
I'm
like the
gonna go
baby in
on
the
the next
carriage.
slide. Yeah.
Oh, my fault.
No, yeah, keep talking. I just went to the next slide to see, so you can see the little thighs.
Like the comparison,
Mm-hmm.
shin comparison. Um, I'm not a mother either, but I'm also like people raise their kids differently all the time. Like, you know,
True.
like
Yeah.
we don't see or like something that you're not used to seeing doesn't mean that's wrong or anything. That's just the way she's doing it or going about it. So we don't know if like her mom did this to her and it worked for her. Like, you know, we don't know any of that. And at the same time, the baby does look skinny, but I was a skinny baby. Like I was a fat baby when I was like a baby, but like as you grow, like I either lost fat or I was getting longer, so like fat was like going other places, and I just looked really skinny growing up, you know. And I have cousins that are like skinny, but they like eat mad food, like we eat, you know. So it could be like that type of thing where the baby doesn't really like gain weight like that. Because I've seen that before.
I don't know.
But I also don't. What don't you know?
No, go ahead, continue.
No. Or like I don't know, but maybe it worked for her, or like whatever. Maybe she did her own research. You know, people do research when they're moms and they like hear about things that are really good and they like want to try it out. So maybe she's just trying something out. I don't know.
Well, I feel like okay. So you see how you said that you and your cousins were also like skinny and like skinny babies and stuff like that, right? But you guys were fed. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, like rice, beans, chicken.
Yeah, exactly.
All that good stuff.
Like I would understand if she was like feeding this baby formula or even breastfeeding, and the baby was still mad skinny. But what it seems to me is that the baby is mad skinny because she's feeding her honey and hemp seed mixture. You know what I'm saying? Like if she's like, oh my god, guys, look at my baby. I breastfeed my baby like all day, every day. She's such a like she eats so much, but she just doesn't gain any weight. Okay, cool. But like the child is so skinny, and then she goes and she like posts what the child eats, and like that's the like to me that's the reasoning like why the child is so skinny that you can see its little knees. And I know that like when you have a baby and you take the baby home, I think most babies lose like a pound or two, but I've never like seen a healthy baby, I guess, this skinny. Like honestly, it looks like the baby's legs look like the type of the baby's legs look like the legs that I see on like those like Hungry Children commercials or advertisements and stuff, and the baby is like so like bony and skinny. You can see the elbows, you can see the collarbones, you can see the knees, like everything, you know. I don't know, bro. Malnourished OD. That's just what I feel. Anonymous 69 said, laughing my fucking ass off, she's wildin'. Obviously, breast milk is the most organic thing to feed your baby, but she probably can't because she's using drugs. That's a good point. I mean, like, no, because you know how, like, you can't, when you're breastfeeding, you can't drink.
Yeah, you can't,
You can't drink. You probably shouldn't smoke. Exactly. Cigarettes. Everything that goes in your body goes to the baby. And so I know that there are mothers out there who don't breastfeed because they don't want to give up alcohol. They don't want to give up weed. They don't want to give up any of those things. Yeah. And so, I mean, I don't know, because it seems like she did do her research on like what type of like organic stuff to give babies. But like if you're, I don't know, I just feel like if you're so into all this organic stuff, why don't you just give them the most organic thing, and it's just like natural breast milk. I know that some women just don't like produce breast milk, but I don't know, it just seems to me like she wanted to also give her child organic food without giving up the freedom of being able to drink whenever she wants, smoke whenever she wants. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen a lot of like weird stuff from her, like eating from a dustpan. So this is not like the weirdest thing, but it's crazy because that's her baby. But no, bro, like again, a lot of people raise their babies differently, and if this is the route she wants to go, let's see how it goes for her. And like she might be like, obviously I don't think she's the only one doing this, but she's like maybe putting it out there to like other people like look into. I don't know, bro. You like you learn different things from other people, and she's raising or feeding her baby something different. And if it turns out well, if it's something that you like the outcome of, then I guess other people will like be more aware of it or something. I'm not saying it's the smartest thing or that I would do it, but like I'm just saying that's her. She's the mom, and she obviously gets to decide what goes into her baby or whatever.
Yeah, I know though that people were like trying to like call like ACS and CPS and stuff, and I know like if you get enough calls, they have to like automatically open up a case or something. So I feel like I don't know what's happening with that. But I don't know, bro. The baby is just, it looks too skinny for what it should be. Anonymous said, the thing is, it's a newborn. She could try that stuff when the baby starts eating solids, like 4 to 6 months. That's a good point, too. Like, this baby is, like, literally, its immune system, its lungs, its brain, everything is still developing. So to
her baby's, like, how old?
It looks like it's probably, like...
weeks old?
2 months? No, probably like 2 months or 3 months. I'm not too sure. But like it's being bottle fed, you know what I mean? And it's tiny. I don't even know, like I don't know. But like you can tell it's like it's not at the point where it's eating solids yet.
Yeah.
Where she can make those little mixtures and like, you know, spoon feed, and they just get more stronger that way.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, bro. It's just giving me a lot of irresponsible mom vibes. But I'm not into mom shaming. I don't mom shame. Everybody does their own thing, whatever.
Shame on you, but, like, Sam. Why the hell?
This just looks OD to me. It does. In my personal opinion.
I heard you're not supposed to give babies honey for a while.
I heard that too. Especially raw honey.
But we'll see how it goes, and let's see what happens in the future.
Yeah, I am like invested in this. I want to know how is it going to
It's you calling child services.
It's me. No. That's OD. Like, I don't know. I don't think, okay, this is my opinion. I don't think that like the baby is in any like direct intentional harm or danger, but I feel like she is misinformed, and so she's acting on what she thinks is the right thing to do, and that is causing harm to the baby in a nutritional type of way. I don't think the baby is being like abused or neglected or whatever, because she obviously is feeding the baby, but I just feel like her information is wrong, and because of the lack of information, it's causing harm to the child. That's what I feel. I don't think that she should get the child taken away or nothing. I just think that she just needs to be educated more on what she's like feeding the baby, you know?
Yeah.
Alright. We're gonna go to the next. Okay. You wanna do this one or no? Can you read it or no?
This is which one? Because mine's is not organized right.
Oh, okay.
We were supposed to do the Kardashians before the Summer Walker thing, and I don't know why it didn't show up.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, it says Chris Sales says he wasn't invited to his son's graduation. So basically Queen and Clarence posted a graduation picture with Queen's son CJ, and somebody commented, oh wait, actually Chris, I don't know who posted the picture, but someone commented and said, so you ain't go to CJ's graduation? ? And then Chris Sales commented and said, I didn't get an invitation, and also I didn't even know he was graduating today. That's messed up. So everybody started going crazy, like, oh my god, she didn't invite him to his graduation, you know. And then Queen responded and said, here we go again. Chris can't leave Houston. He stated this plenty of times after I've asked him to come to Atlanta. Also, he just got done calling me a miserable, I'm assuming, bitch? Not too sure.
I think miserable hoe.
Miserable hoe. We don't have an easygoing, cordial co-parent relationship after I've tried to have one. So why the fuck would I invite him knowing he can't attend? I was also dealing with a sick 2-year-old with a high fever. Why the fuck would I be thinking of anything else if we don't speak on the regular? I'm not thinking about calling nobody for a 20-minute kindergarten graduation. Y'all kill me, bruh. You shut the fuck up. I'm getting tired of everyone. What's your opinion, Angelica?
Queen's side with this, to be honest. I don't like Chris, like everything about who he is now, I don't like. Because he's literally making money and clout and all of this for talking about Queen. Like, I feel like all his videos, all his songs are about her, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he sings now after, like, she became a singer, like, what the fuck? Anyways, as she said, he can't leave Houston. So, like, what was she supposed to do about that, you know? And obviously, she was prioritizing other things. Now, one thing I would say is that at least I would have, like, texted him or pictures or FaceTime or whatever. But from what I know, they don't have, like, a really good relationship or anything like that. So I could see why that would be a struggle for her.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, well, Casey said Chris is mad annoying.
He is.
He is annoying. So, I disagree with you. I feel like, okay, not that I disagree with you all the way. I feel like I can understand why Queen wouldn't want Chris at the graduation, especially with all the disrespect, especially like he devotes his life.
Well, it's
to,
not
like,
that she didn't want him there. It's he couldn't even leave Houston.
I know, but she said he just got done calling me a miserable hoe. So that, I don't know, like the fact that she included that into the reasoning makes it seem like she wouldn't want him there because he's like, they don't have a good relationship. He's like constantly like,
understand.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, that is their child and they should suck it up for the kid at the end of the day. But Chris to me is not mature to do that, you know?
I just feel like when it comes to like your child, it's not like, I don't know. I feel like, okay, when you have a child with somebody and the relationship goes bad, like terrible, he's like calling you, he's cursing you out every single day, whatever the case is. I feel like, yes, I would understand, like, oh, I don't want him around, I don't want to be around him, whatever. But like their son, there's CJ, the little boy, like he's never gonna have a kindergarten graduation again. And like it's always about him or the kid over the relationship that you have with the father of the child. And I feel like, at least, like, this is what I feel. If she would have texted him or called him and said, hey, fuck you, but your son is graduating kindergarten on this day. I know you probably can't make it, but I'm just letting you know. You know what I mean? This whole thing wouldn't have been a thing. So when he, like, the fan being like, oh, you didn't go to CJ's graduation, he would have responded like, oh, I couldn't make it. He wouldn't have he wouldn't be able to say I didn't get invited. I just feel like as a mother and or a parent and one half of the co-parenter, I feel like it's your responsibility to let him know about certain graduations and things, you know? Like, let's say the school sent out emails to both of them and he just decided not to go. It's not her responsibility. But if she's the only one who's being notified of the graduation, she's the only one who knows the dates, I feel like at least let him know, like, hey, your son's graduating. You're a piece of shit. I don't want to see you, but you do have a right to come. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, that way, like, covering her bases so people can't be like, oh, she's miserable. She didn't invite him. She can be like, yes, I did. You know?
But like I said, like, I agree with her, like, for her choices with her and whatever. But at the same time, I feel like I would have shot a text or at least FaceTime during the ceremony or like whatever, like little speech was going on or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Like at least a FaceTime, at least a text. But I also heard that when she tried to co-parent with him or like she wants to like just talk about the baby and like he only wants to ever talk about them. Yeah. So like it's kind of difficult. Like what if he like shows up to the kindergarten thing, like we don't really know what goes behind or like when they tried to do that. So like if he's known for making a scene or if he's known for embarrassing her for like when they're trying to co-parent, then I would understand her like not wanting to invite him or whatever. But I also heard like they don't really talk. Like she tries to talk about the baby, he only wants to talk about other things. And if that's the case, like, and he didn't know about the graduation or anything like that. I saw a tweet that said he didn't know about what grade he was in. So, like, I feel like if he, as a father, is not involved at all to, like, know about these things, then I don't think I would have, like, yeah, I would have told him about it, but if you couldn't leave, I wouldn't have invited you. I would have just been like, he's graduating today, here's a couple pictures, or I'll FaceTime you when it starts if you want to be FaceTimed, you know?
Yeah.
And she had other things going on, like the baby had a fever, stuff like that.
Well, Anonymous69 said, if you're not calling and checking in, then as the mom, she doesn't need to be giving any updates to anyone. I agree, but like, I don't know. I also disagree because I feel like,
I mean,
it's different as the father. Like, it's not an aunt, it's not a grandma, it's the father. And like, I know, like, if he's a deadbeat father, like, whatever, who cares? But at the same time, it's like, I would just not. I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say. I just feel like it's not about the relationship you have with him. It's a relationship that he has with the boy, with the son. And like, I am not saying that she should be like looking for him, trying to make him be a good father or whatever. But I do believe that she should be giving him updates on stuff like this. Like, hey, he's having a graduation, you know?
Like little milestones that he's going through.
Milestones, exactly. Especially because I feel like she's obviously the sole parent. The school obviously only emails her. The school obviously only notifies her. Like,
where do they live now?
I don't even know. Oh wait, Atlanta, because she asked him to come to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
But he said apparently he can't come to Atlanta or whatever the case is. I just feel like,
why can't he leave Houston?
Maybe he's on like probation or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard that he keeps going to jail.
Oh, then yeah, it's probably probation.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I wouldn't want my son to come to me and be like, why wasn't my dad at my graduation? Let's just say if her son asked her why was he at the graduation, what is she gonna say? Oh, because he called me a miserable hoe yesterday. Or, oh, because we don't have a good relationship. I would say, well, I invited your dad, so maybe you should call and ask him. Because you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the reason that anybody could be like, well, she's keeping him away. She didn't invite. You know, I would be like, listen, I did my part in inviting him. It takes nothing to send a quick text and then go about my day, you know?
Which I 100% agree with, but I feel like in her situation where if he asks her, she's going to be like, well, your dad couldn't leave Houston. So, like, that's her excuse already, you know? Like, he couldn't attend because he couldn't leave.
Right, but then he's going to be telling the little boy, well, she didn't invite me. You know what I'm saying?
But even if she did, her excuse is going to be, even if I invited him, he could not have left.
I know, but it's like, I don't know, I just feel like you should.
I know an invite, yeah, like,
you know, like,
would have saved her, like, all her bases, like you said. But, like, who Anonymous 69 said what?
If you're not calling and checking in, then as the mom should.
Right, so we don't know if he does all of that. Or,
we don't.
Like, does he provide for her? Or does he provide for him, you know? Like, we don't know the relationship that well. She probably has her reasons, and me knowing or, like, seeing the little bit of Chris that I see, he's known to, like, want to make stories up or want us to feel bad for him or want her to look so bad. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm easy to pick her side for just, like, seeing the stuff that he does. Like, making music videos, literally, like, all I see on his YouTube is, like, clickbait of just her.
Yeah.
Like, and then one of his songs...
Go ahead.
Sorry. In one of the songs, he was saying that she did him wrong or something like that. But, like, I feel like he victimizes himself too much. Like, I feel like if you messed up and you're dealing with the consequences, just own up to it. And just, like, not saying that she's in the right completely, but I do agree, like, with what she, like, what was going on and how she handled it up to a certain extent. Like, I do agree that she should have at least sent him a text, FaceTime him, whatever. But obviously she had other things going on too, because now it's not only CJ and co-parenting with Chris she's worrying about. She has a whole other relationship and a whole other child that she's also going to, like, you know, take care of. And if Chris is being the way Chris is, and she doesn't, like, want to deal with all of that, then I don't think they're married. They don't have any ties. If he's not looking for him again, like, if he's not doing things that he needs to do as a father, then I don't see why she shouldn't have done that. Like, I agree that she should have texted him, yeah, but I don't see, like, the whole, like, him making it that big, like, it is a big deal, but I don't think he, like, to me, because there are people like this in the world. To me, I don't think he really cared about not going. He just cared about making Queen look bad.
Okay. That's a good point. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I guess I'm like in the middle, but I'm more on the side of where like everything, like him making videos about her, him saying that she's the one who did him wrong, all of that is perfect reasons for them to not get along. I just don't see that as a good reason for her to be like, well, that's why I didn't invite him to the graduation. Because it's not her graduation. It's not like it's their sons that they share together. It's his graduation. And I know that he has Clarence as a father figure, but I just feel like
that his actual father should have been there.
Exactly. Regardless of the relationship that he's had with the mom, you know, like that, all that stuff goes to the side. Y'all can argue every single day if y'all want to between you two, but when it comes to the boy,
kid, you should suck it up and like it's all about
him. Exactly. That's how I feel.
Which again, I agree with, but I don't know. I just feel like, again, I don't think Chris really cared about going or not. I just feel like he wanted to make her look bad. And I don't know. Again, we also don't know their whole
backstory. Yeah,
backstory. I don't think that's the only reason why she didn't invite him. She probably just maybe assumed like, well, he can't leave. I'm not even gonna invite him to like make him feel bad or whatever. But what was I just gonna say? But like, I don't know, bro. Like,
I just feel like what I would go ahead.
It's me. I'm logging out. It's me. No, I just feel like. Also, if the names that he calls her, like how bad he makes her look, the him making money off of just her situations, her living her life, is so corny. And maybe she sees that like one day Chris, like the baby, would understand, like why she did certain things, the way she did. You know, like. I don't know. He didn't have to do all of that. Like, he's clearly disrespecting her. So, I'm not saying that that's the reason why, or, like, it's a good enough of a reason why for her to, like, keep the father from the graduation. But I could see why she does the things that she does, you know?
Yeah. I see where you're coming from, and I agree. But I also feel like if I was the little boy, like let's say I was CJ, right? Or let's just say I'm just a little kid in general. And my dad and my mom did not have a good relationship growing up. And so a lot of the things that like milestones or whatever that I had, my dad was not there because he wasn't invited or he wasn't notified because he was like disrespectful to my mom or they just had a bad relationship or he constantly bashed her on the internet. I would get where my mom is coming from like when I got older, but I would also be like, damn, I wish that you guys would have just put that to the side and been adults and been
about it.
And like I wish I had a picture with my dad at my kindergarten graduation. I wish I had a picture of my dad at my second grade field trip or like little things like that. But like
yeah,
I would feel like a little resentful to both parties because of it, you know? And I don't know, like I feel like if I was in that position, like if I had a kid right now, if I had a kid with my ex and we were constantly going at it, we were not cool, he would bash me on his Instagram story, bash me on Twitter, bash me on Snapchat, violate me, whatever, that would be between me and him. And I feel like if our son had a kindergarten graduation tomorrow, I would notify him, like, hey, your son has a kindergarten graduation tomorrow. Whether you show up or you don't show up, it's happening. That's just what it is. Instead of being like, well, I'm not inviting you because you called me a miserable hoe. And I know that's not the only reason, but she did include it. And I feel like that did fuel it. Yeah, exactly. Like, even if my ex was on probation in fucking Pennsylvania, couldn't leave the state, I feel like I would still be like, hey, by the way, your son is graduating kindergarten. I know you can't come, just letting you know. You know what I mean? Or if I didn't even want to have that type of, if I didn't want the responsibility to notify him of everything, I would like like tell the school like, hey, can you notify his father as well when milestones happen, instead of me having to do it? Because honestly, like, what other way could Chris find out about the child's milestones? You know what I'm saying? If it's not through Queen.
She told him like ahead of time, like, your dad can't make it, or whatever the case may is. Like, I don't think she just like let it play out. I think that she had a conversation, and like CJ understands. From what I know, like, he has his own relationship with his dad. Like, he goes back and forth traveling to stay with his dad for a few days or whatever. So maybe they both had, like, she told him like, your dad won't be able to make it, blah blah blah, these are the reasons. Or like maybe the baby is like familiar with the whole situation. He's probably used to his dad like not being able to leave or whatever. So I feel like he somewhat understands. But I feel like the best thing that she could have done in this situation was either send a text or FaceTime. If I was in this situation, I would FaceTime them, or I would send a text, you know, like, the graduation is tomorrow, today. If you wanted me to FaceTime you, I know you can't leave, but, you know, like, whatever. If you want me to FaceTime you, let me know, and I'll FaceTime you in the whole ceremony, blah, 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 you know? And I feel like that would have been a good way to, like, keep it neutral.
I agree.
But another thing was, who was it? Her sister or his sister?
I think it was her sister, because she's like,
and if that was
her family,
right, and if that was her sister, that was not shady. Why is she beefing with her own family?
They have like a whole beef going on, bro. I don't know.
For what?
I honestly don't know, like, the backstory, but they're like, she's not cool with her mom or her sister. Like, it's like different reasons, but
yeah,
her sister constantly like does kind of the same thing that Chris does. Constantly like bash her,
like get clout off of her.
Exactly.
Which I think is so freaking trash.
It is so trash, bro.
And to even do, she was like she kind of piggybacked off Chris saying, well, auntie wasn't notified either, blah 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 blah. Like, what was she supposed to tell?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, fuck you. Like, I understand, like,
right,
that's his family, but like, honestly, bitch, that's a whole different situation. I just feel like when it comes to the father, it's different. Regardless of anything, it's different. You know what I mean?
Which I 100% agree with. But
like,
she piggybacked off him like if it was the same situation. Like, they're gonna feel bad for me just as much as him because I'm the aunt and I also didn't get an invitation. Yeah.
Which, like, I feel like as a mother, as a parent, you have a right to like keep your children and protect them from other family members that you just don't want them to be around. But when it comes to the parent, like, I feel like
it depends. Different. Now, if the parent is actually like endangering the kid,
well, if it has something to do with like the law, like if they're like, like, legally they can't be around the kid or whatever, or you go out of your way to get an order of protection or something like that. But from what I understand, they don't have anything like that. Like, he does get visitation with the little boy. I feel like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like when it comes to the parent, it's different. And maybe I'm just saying that because I'm not in that situation, because things obviously could change.
No, but I 100% agree with you. If I was in this situation, like if I was a parent, I would have done things a little different, but maybe low-key the same. The only thing I would have done differently here was probably shoot him a text or FaceTime him during the ceremony. But
I would just let him know, you know? Like,
I would have been like, yeah, tomorrow.
Even if I were to let him know, like, hey, your son is graduating, and he was like, oh, I can't attend. FaceTime me during I would be like, no, fuck you. I'm not FaceTime you. Like, you want to see your son graduating? Like, I'm letting you know. Whatever you do with that information is up to you. If you want to make it work, make it work. But it's not my responsibility to FaceTime you or whatever, or send you, like, honestly. But I would just say, like, what I'm trying to say is that I would give him the invitation. Your son is graduating. Do what you want with that information. I'm gonna be there with my family. We're gonna enjoy watching our son graduate. You come on your own or you don't. You know what I mean? That's what I would say.
I kind of disagree with you, because if this was the exact situation, like if I'm in Queen's shoes and he could not leave, I would let him know, regardless if we're good or bad. Like how you said, we'll put our problems to the side. Like, it's about him now. And I know you can't be there. I know there's no family of yours or anybody here that is going to like show you your kid. And just as much as like CJ would grow up and be like, oh, I wish you were in my pictures, I'm sure the dad's gonna be like, I wish I seen you walk that stage, or I wish I saw you in your cap and gown. So I would be low-key, I feel like if that was the case, she would be low-key responsible to be the one to FaceTime, because there's no one else to do it. and if he really could not leave, then he couldn't make it work, and especially in such short notice. If you're like, oh, tomorrow is blah blah blah, you know. So I would be like, I would FaceTime you, like I would FaceTime him or I would text him.
But I also feel
that's
like
just me.
He can't be there because he's on probation or whatever, and that's because of his own choices. I don't.
Well,
think
of
that
course, yeah, but I don't think
CJ
CJ should pay. Like, I feel like
during the ceremony, I feel like that's something he should take up with his dad. Like, hey, dad, stop fucking committing crimes so you can be in my life more. You know.
But I also feel like they should FaceTime him. And what if CJ is like, he wants to like, oh, I wish you called me while I was at my ceremony to tell me congratulations. Like, he couldn't have done that, you know? Like, I'm sure, like, even if his dad couldn't be there, him being on the phone at least would have made him so happy.
I don't know, bro. I disagree.
Well, if I was in this situation, I would FaceTime or text him. That's just me.
I feel like if I were in the situation and my baby father is being mad disrespectful to me all the time, like, we just don't have a good relationship, I would obviously be like, reach out to him, like, hey, your son's graduating, but I'm not doing anything other than notifying you. Because I'm not a secretary, I'm not a cameraman. Like, you can't come to the graduation based on your own actions because you just can't get off of probation, or you just, you know, you're living a wild life. You cannot get in line for your son. It's not my responsibility to document or whatever. But it is her. I feel like it is her responsibility to notify him. At least notify him. But anything after that, like, how are you gonna ask me for a favor? Like, hey, you miserable ass hoe, can you please record CJ as he walks down the stage? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro.
Well, I feel like if he was like disrespecting me, maybe not. But like, if we were like always arguing and like blah blah, we couldn't make it work. For at least this, I would have been like, okay, blah blah, or I would have told, like, I don't know. I do want to give props to Clarence though, because he is. I feel like he's a strong man. Like, no matter what.
Yeah.
Queen was going through, no matter the backlash, none of that. Like, he stood by her. He didn't care about what other people said, and he's like raising CJ. Like, he's trying to be a really good role model.
I agree.
Role model, and I don't know. Chris to me is so freaking corny, and the fact that like I feel like he obviously copied his look, like his hair. Now he wants to be a rapper. He sounds so freaking trash and so freaking stupid.
But he sounds like he's crying every time he speaks. Does he not? Like, he's about
to cry. Like, no, he sounds like you know, in Bad Girls Club when they get into a fight and then the next day it is mad raspy.
Yeah,
he sound like
like he's been yelling the day before.
Like, yeah, all day.
All day.
And
I'm dead.
And I don't know, bro. Like, he's just so corny. And then I heard one song because when I found out about this situation, obviously I was just like. First of all, I didn't know he raps. Casey told me he raps, and then he showed me one song. And then,
I'm dead.
In that song, he was basically saying, like, she, like, screwed him over or something like that. Like, whatever. But, like, I don't know. To me, from what I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, if that was true, which is not, but, like, if that, I don't know if it is or not, but I don't think it is because something would have came out by now.
Yeah.
But, like, he was the one who did wrong, you know?
Yeah.
And I hate when guys do that. I mean, I'm not saying girls don't do it either, but I see it more in guys where they will cheat or fuck up in a relationship and they'll go all over social media themselves. And they'll tweet about a situation but reverse. Like, they're the cheater, but the post would say she was a cheater. You know what I mean? Or the song would say she was a cheater. She did me wrong, and the whole time it was his fault.
I have personally been in that situation where, like, I was with somebody and they, like, they would violate, like, they violated OD, you know, and when I finally decided to leave them, they went and started, like, making it seem like I was the one who hurt them deeply, can't believe, you know, like, made it seem like I was just so bad, which was, like, whatever. But, yeah, I know exactly how it is, like.
I think we've all been in those situations.
Huh?
I think we all been in those situations where, like, you didn't do anything wrong. Or, like, whatever, like, you're the victim in the whole situation, but they would literally play victim, and it's low-key frustrating, because I remember when I was in that situation, like, I feel like it's because, like, if something were to happen to me, I won't go to social media and be like, you know, like, I wouldn't, like, I wouldn't post about it or anything like that, but I feel like when people do wrong, like, at least when I was in that situation, they were the first to victimize themselves, so it looks like, oh, they're the victim here, you know, because they were the first one to do that. And then, I don't know, I used to be like, oh, I need my side of the story to be told, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I don't feel like that anymore. Like, if something were to happen and they want to put their story out there and they want to be, like, the victim, then I'm going to let them be the victim. I know the real side of the story. Cool, whatever. But, like, when I was in that position, I would be, like, texting people back and be like, oh, no, but this is my side of the story. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Which was so annoying, but I feel like that's how Chris is, and I don't... Everything about him, why can't we just cancel Chris? Like, why are we still watching his videos? Like, we're literally...
Well, I don't watch anything of his, so I'm part of the cancel.
I don't watch anything, but when I heard that he raps, I needed to hear a song. Just one song. I just needed to see what it was about.
I'm really dead.
But yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad we came to a middle ground on this one.
No, because I'm still mad.
I know. All right, so let's go to the next one. Okay. I don't know where that other one is that you put, Angelica.
The Kardashian one?
Yeah.
It was like one of the first ones.
I know, and it's not here now.
I know.
So basically, the next thing we're gonna talk about is Kim Kardashian failing her law exam. Personally, okay, so it says despite studying hard, Star gets 474 on a test where the pass mark is 560. And my opinion on this, honestly, is I feel like people were like laughing at her, making fun of her, like, oh, she failed, because she was like fake studying or whatever, you know.
I'm good at fake studying.
Right, but I feel like, first of all, a 474 for a 560 on a law exam is
right. I feel like she did great.
I would get a 12.
I would have got whatever many points my name would have counted for.
Deadass though, like I would have failed so bad, and I feel like people were just always looking for reasons to bash her, make fun of her, or whatever.
Right. I feel like if whoever is saying that, why don't you try law school and see what she
exactly
gets?
See how
and then if that is the case, then like if you could outshine her or pass, then maybe I'll give you a little bit of credit or whatever. But no, I don't think a lot of people could have done this. Like, this takes a lot of... First of all, can we, like, give her props for... She has how many businesses? She has 4 kids.
Exactly.
She found a new passion and wanted to give it a try. So, like, I'm gonna forever give her props for that. Like,
yeah,
that is such...
she's gonna try again and pass, right? Because you can try again,
right.
Can't you?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But, like, that... move in itself, like if I had like I don't know how many businesses she has going on or like how many side projects she has going on, but like she has a really busy life and she still wants to take on more and more and more. That is like role model vibes. I like am here for all of it. And then 100%. That picture of her, I freaking love it, bro. Like when
like she looks so fire doing it. People are just like
right
annoying.
I don't know, bro. I want to give her props for finding a new passion or wanting to learn more or following in the footsteps of her father and trying something new. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think she really did a good job on the test, even though she failed. But it's better than what I would have gotten. So
yeah, and even like besides the actual exam, like she is like already making waves in like the law world when it comes to like getting people out of prison or advocating for people. She's doing that on her own already. And like, and somebody else made a comment. They were like, well, because they were like, she got 474 on a 560, and like people were saying what I just said, how like that's still good for her first time, whatever. And they were like, well, the highest you can get is 100, so technically she got 47% out of 100. And I think that's so freaking corny because if you're from New York City, you took a Regent test. And you know that the passing is 65. When you got a 65 or you got a 66, you didn't give a crap whether it was 100.
Right.
Like,
you just made it and you felt like you passed with 100.
Exactly. So don't make it seem like, oh, like even if, like that's the thing. Even if she would have got a 560 and the passing is 560, they still would have been like, oh, well, she only got 56%.
She barely passed.
It doesn't matter. It's still a pass. Like,
I remember my social study Regents, I didn't pass and I missed 1 point, bro. And I felt like I was like,
Yeah, and you
Like,
would have loved
like,
to
what
get that
the
1 point
fuck?
and pass with a
That
65.
one fucking point, bro. I was so fucking pissed. But
If I was to pass with like a 65, if somebody were to be like, well, you only got 65 out of 100, I would have like not gave an actual fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck. It still says pass on the paper. Like, so don't, like, people are making it seem like, oh, she only got a 47% out of 100. Like, it doesn't matter because she's mad close to passing. Whether she got 100 or whatever, she's mad close to passing. She's like less than 100 points away from passing. That's still really good.
And mind you, how many of these people have multiple jobs or have many side projects, have a family business or like whatever, have 4 kids running around, babies too. They're not grown to like be independently on their own. Like, she's raising them, having fun with them, kids, all of that. Like, not a lot. So the fact that she even tried is like a moment for itself.
Yep, I agree.
So I am on Kim's side.
I can't wait till she passes. We're gonna put it on the girls' room,
and we're going to celebrate. What happened to the other post?
I honestly don't know. Cause look,
I'm freaking
pissed. Okay,
it was after
I know, but it's not here.
Oh,
it is here. It is here. It's here.
You passed it?
I didn't pass it, but it's here.
Where?
So we have one more thing we're going to talk about before our question of the week. It's right after
Where
Bow Wow.
is it?
Right after Bow Wow.
That's what I said.
So
you double tapped? You double tapped on your thing?
I swear I didn't. I did us my next.
You didn't.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, now I gotta go back. Okay. So, who is this girl? Black China. She posted a picture of the Kardashians and said, if they were black, they'll say it's ghetto, but all of them are baby mamas. First of all, I feel, personally, a baby mother is somebody you're not with, but you have a baby with. Now, I don't think Kourtney or Kim are baby mothers because they were married to them and they had their kid. You know what I mean? So, to me, that's not I would never allow or think it's okay for my dad to be like, my mom was a baby mother because you were married to her. You know what I mean? Or like anybody who was married to somebody to be like, that was my baby mom, but that was your wife. You know what I mean?
So like instead of baby mom, that's their ex-wife.
Right. I don't feel like, oh, that's my baby mother. That's just your ex-wife or like whatever. Mm-hmm. To me, that's, first of all, I don't like the term baby mother. Or baby mama.
I would never allow anyone to call me a baby mama.
Anybody.
Ew.
But I feel like that term, if they were to use it, in my head, I would be like somebody you're not with, but you have a kid with, you know?
Or someone, I feel like someone you never were even trying to be with either. Cause like,
they just happened.
Girlfriend, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's just like someone you...
That's what I mean. You never had any type of...
relationship.
Intimate relationship with. Mm-hmm. You just had a kid out of that encounter, you know?
Yeah.
So I like with that, and then I don't think it's ghetto. Like even if they weren't, like even if they were black, I wouldn't. What is ghetto about them? I don't get it. Like they're mad successful.
I don't understand either. Like what she was trying to get at here.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's mad fucking corny because regardless of anything, like those are your daughter's aunts. Like you're being weird. You know?
And to me, like I would never. First of all, where is Rob in all of this? Like, why is he not defending his sisters or something?
I mean, I feel like they're not even like the Kardashians. I feel like barely ever respond to stuff like this,
which is cool because their actions speak for themselves. Yeah, because their action speaks for themselves. But at the end of the day, when it's something like this close to home, because that is my niece's mother, you know, like my brother.
I think it speaks more on her than it does on them.
On them, which is true. Like I feel like she was bored one day scrolling. Remember, like, oh my god, like I wasn't well, you know. That's number one. And number two, I didn't know she had a kid with Tyga. You know, I just found this out.
You didn't know that? I'm dead.
I'm like so many years late. She has a kid with Tyga,
and that's why it was such like a controversial vibe when Tyga
dated him.
Kylie, yeah.
And now I know.
I know.
No, if that's not like showing you how deep in this rock that I live under is, I don't know, like, what to tell anybody. No, but the thing is, like, I find that more weird, no? Who dated first? Kylie and Tyga, right? Before she went with Rob?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I believe.
That's not mixy to you? Like...
That's OD mixy.
Like if I know my ex is dating this family, why am I going to that family to look for a relationship? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. I think their daughter is super cute, though. She's so adorable.
She is cute.
What else? I don't know. To me, I love the Kardashians.
Me too.
I think we could see them as a role model. A lot of people do not like them. You know that? A lot of people don't like them. And it's literally because
people don't like them.
And it's literally because of an image that they saw once or twice. And that's it. They don't know, like, what goes behind them or, like, what is it, right? I feel like they only see, like, the party side of it.
Exactly. It makes me so freaking mad when people will, like, see Kim Kardashian and they'll talk about, like, one of her successful business ventures and they'll talk about her sex tape. Because how many men, famous men, have sex tapes? How many men's, like, dick pics have gotten leaked? Famous men, and no one ever brings those up. They always want, like, it's always about when it's a girl or a female. Like, fuck y'all, bro.
Or how many rappers or, like, big top guys have sex tapes, and then those girls are in the sex tape that make it big, like Kim did. Like, how many of them, like, you know, like, instead of, I feel like they just used it as, like, either a negative or they just were nothing to begin with. But I feel like Kim saw it either as an opportunity, or she didn't think of the negative, or she didn't let it bring it down, or she was already working on herself before that even happened. So that's why she's where she's at right now, you know? I don't know.
I feel like it's because they wanted Kim to see that sex tape and, like, ruin her life, her, like, be forever ashamed, forever, like, you know what I'm saying? Disgusted with herself. But she, obviously it did affect her, but she, like, turned it around and used it as an opportunity. And she's, like, mad big. Like, everybody knows Kim Kardashian. And I feel like people are not used to that. Like, even, like, us growing up, like, when it comes to, like, our personal lives, when you saw a girl's nudes get leaked or a girl's sex tape get leaked, it, like, ruined her. It ruined her reputation. It ruined everything. She was so ashamed. Like, it was, like, the worst thing that could ever happen in her life. And people are used to that. People are used to, like, women getting, like, personal stuff leaked and it, like, completely devastating them and ruining them. And that's not what Kim did here. And obviously people took offense to that, which was weird. But I think that needs to happen more often. So if you're watching this and your nudes or your sex tape ever got leaked, fuck that shit, bro. Use it as an opportunity to start an OnlyFans.
It's okay. Right. I don't know. I feel like they're all very successful. I respect each and every one of them for, like, what they do. Because I know that, like, and a lot of people say, like, the Kardashians are a thing because of her tape. But at the end of the day, it's not like they're living off of the show. At the end of the day, it's not like they're living off Kim. They branched out. Yeah. Right. They branched out and they created their own businesses. Like, that just shows you alone that they are more than what you think they are, you know? Yeah. And they could literally brand anything, bro. Like, what? And people say they're not businesswomen. They could literally sell a fucking paperclip that holds 2 papers, and they'll sell that shit like if it was...
I agree.
$1,000 fucking bucks.
I agree.
But I freaking love them. I don't know what it is. I love their relationships. I love everything about them.
I love the way that they, like, empower... I love... Each other and
Kris,
women.
How she manages...
Me, like, growing up and watching the Kardashians, because I remember the first time I saw Kim Kardashian, I was like, whoa. Because, I don't know, I feel like it was a different... Whoa. It really was a different vibe that she gave off. Like, I don't know how to describe it, bro, but, like... Okay, I don't know how to describe it, so I'm not going to describe it. But I feel like she's just very empowering, and she empowers a lot of women and young girls. And I know that they're like, oh, they're a bad influence, like, you know, like they how they say, like, they make girls want to get their bodies done, they make girls wanna...
I feel like they're a bad image if that's all you focus on. Now if you, like, really get to know what they're about, they're, like, I would let my kids watch the Kardashians.
I would too.
You know what I mean?
100%. And I would tell my children about like their story as well. You know, like
right.
First of all, sex is natural. She had sex with somebody. She recorded it with her. It wasn't somebody. It was her boyfriend.
Right.
They recorded the video. It got leaked, and it didn't ruin her life. She didn't let it like that for me. That's something that's like super empowering. Like that story in itself. You know, like it happens because nobody was bashing Ray J, bro. Ray J didn't get haters. Ray J didn't lose his career. If anything, she's bigger than Ray J now. Like, where is Ray J? The fuck? It's the swallowing for me because I hear that shit.
No, because I finished.
Okay.
I'm not a 3D. No. I don't know. I really like all of them. And I respect their decisions. Like, who is it? Who was the one? I think it's Courtney, right?
What?
Like, she wasn't really big on, not saying like she's the only one, but like I'm just saying like she wasn't big on like her own business yet. Like from from the beginning of the days, like the beginning of that show or like those seasons, she just wanted to be a mom, like, or stay at home mom. She just wanted to be a mom, blah blah blah. And then now I see her like more becoming her own person, and which that's totally fine too. Like, she just wanted to be a mom for a while, and that's cool. But like they are all, and the thing is, all of them didn't even piggyback on each other. Like they literally have their own thing that they do. Chloe is like what, fitness?
Chloe is fitness. What's her name? Kendall is like modeling. Kim is just a
Kendall's
superstar.
modeling. Kylie's makeup, and
Courtney is like healthy, fit life. Yeah.
So they don't even piggyback on each other. Like they all have their own passions, and they followed it. I feel like if anybody were to say anything, Kim helped that happen by like giving them those little opportunities. But like that's how you start with anything. Like you have opportunities, you get them, you know.
And let's not pretend that all of these like famous people, like famous families, didn't piggyback off of each other anyway.
Right.
Like let's not pretend like the freaking Bill Gates family, Hilton family, like Paris Hilton came up off of her dad. Like did she not?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I got the opportunity to be a famous person, obviously I'm putting my whole family on. Duh. So we can all be famous and successful. All make money. Yeah.
Right. Like, what do I look like keeping that all to myself? Because now you guys are going to bash me for being selfish. So I would rather be bashed for doing whatever negative thing you guys think I did, but at the end of the day, something good came out of it. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, their mother manages them. That is so like, oh that's my, so cool, that's like, that's so cool. I think. And who the hell is calling me? What does what's her name? Blac Chyna do?
I think
she's like a model or something, right?
I think she does. I think she does like what's it called? She's like an ambassador or something. Like she works with brands, and I think that she does like what's it called? When you like show up at clubs and stuff, and you get paid for being at the club. What do you call it?
I always forget. No, I always forget what that is called.
But yeah, I think she does that. I'm not too sure, honestly.
I don't know, but I feel like when people do things,
that's like that was her career before.
I feel like when people do things like this, especially to me personally, I'm not saying that's what it is, but to me personally, I have to say that again. Before, I know Samantha, and I know she's just gonna clip the part that what I say, and she's not gonna say to me personally.
Why?
I just want to make it clear that to me personally, this is what I think, because you know I'm not really on social media or anything like that. But to me, Blac Chyna is a nobody because I don't know her, and I mean that in like the most respectfully, because like you could say Blac Chyna, and the only thing I'm gonna think of is either Rob's baby mother, or like her name is Blac Chyna. I don't know what she does. I don't know her. Like, I don't know. When you say the Kardashians, I could put faces to it. I could put the work that they do with it. Like, I could put things together and, like, know more about it. And I feel like when people, to me, again, that are nobodies, do things like this, it's to, like, refame themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I'm somebody, and I'm posting about this because I can, and you guys know that me and them had a little relationship, so I'm gonna post it again so you guys think that there's beef or something like that, you know? Mm-hmm. And what was the point of posting this? I feel like she was bored and then did this, but, like, if there was something to say about this, like, why didn't you do it earlier, you know? And at the end of the day, isn't she the baby mom at the end of the day? Did anybody call her out on that, saying that it was ghetto or anything? I don't think anybody did. I don't remember that being a thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know, bro. I just find it corny what she's doing. Like, if you're already somebody and you know that you're somebody and you stand by certain things, to do this to your kid's family is trash.
Corny AF.
But, I like the Kardashians.
I like the Kardashians, too.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go to our question. Oh, what happened?
What did you do?
Question of the week. So the question of the week is, when you're venting to someone, do you want their advice or for them to just listen?
Asking me?
Sure.
I'm gonna say both, and here's the reason why. There's some situations where I just want to vent and I just want you to listen, and there's some situations that I need feedback back on, you know?
Yeah.
I need feedback. So, I don't know. I would say both. I'm in the middle because there are, like, certain topics or certain discussions or whatever that you don't always need feedback on, that you just need to, like, express yourself. But I could see why some people just won't listen. Like, I just want you to listen because maybe they know that the decision isn't the smartest. They just want to vent out, you know? And they know what the other person is going to say. They're going to be like, you're either wrong or you should do it this way, like, or smarter way or whatever, you know? Like, but their mind isn't there yet and they need time to do it. You know how many people, you know, especially when it comes to relationships, I know a lot of people just, like, want people just to listen.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, they're still going to do them. Like, oh, he cheated on me and blah, 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 blah. And then obviously they just going to want you to listen. They're not going to be like telling you this to hear back, well, you should leave him. He ain't shit. Because at the end of the day, you're probably still in love with him, you know? Like, I'm creating a whole scenario in my head right now.
No, but it makes sense.
But, yeah, because I'm just trying to explain to you, like, why maybe some people just like, I just want this, like, to listen. But I feel like someone who's ready to move on and ready to take steps or whatever would be like, okay, I need feedback or I need advice on this topic or whatever, and then you know, whatever. So I'm gonna say both because there are some things that when I talk about it, I just want people to listen, but I'm obviously gonna accept any feedback or whatever. And there's some topics that I'm just like, I need feedback or I need advice or I need help or whatever. I'm with both. I don't think this is really like a one-sided question.
I also say I'm gonna say both.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But I'm gonna go more to just listen, because when I'm venting, I just want to just get it all out. Sometimes people's advice will annoy me, so I don't really be wanting it sometimes. But sometimes I do want it, sometimes I don't. But for the most part, I'm gonna go to just listen. It's different if I'm like trying to have a conversation with somebody, then I want your feedback. But if I'm just venting, let me just get it all out.
It only annoys me when they give feedback when it's like what they're saying is right and nothing else is right but what they're saying, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you have to leave him, that's the only way to go, don't talk to him again. But at the end of the day, you have a kid with him. So it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't really get annoyed because if I'm venting at the end of the day, like, I'm only thinking about it in one perspective. And usually when I'm venting, like, even though I'm not asking for feedback, if they do give me feedback, it opens another side or it opens my thoughts, or like I see a different side of the whole story where I'm just like, oh, okay, where it either makes sense or like I see where I'm wrong or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't really care when people like give me feedback, and sometimes it is upsetting, but like at the end of the day, if it's good feedback, then cool. But I'm sure you could like sense or know like if it's bad feedback, like if they just want to put you down or whatever, you know. But if it's like helpful feedback and I see that, then I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
You're like, well, that makes one of us.
Well, no, I'm just I agree. So let's see what the people have had to say about it. So So Drippy said, really just want a listening ear. However, if they give me advice, I'll take it. See, I agree with this one. This is what I guess I was trying to say. Wow.
What did I say?
No! I mean, well, you know what? I don't agree with this then. Fine. Because if they give me advice, I won't always take it. Like,
it's not you taking it, but it's like
I'll take it into consideration, but next time I'm not listening to you. You know?
No, because at the end of the day, it's still your life. It's still the situation that you are dealing with. And, like, if you get feedback, you probably would go about it a different way. Not their way or not your original way, but, like, you found a new, new way of dealing with whatever. So it's like, I'll hear you out. I think that's what she's trying to say. Like, I'll hear you out, but that doesn't mean, like, I'm going to take it or not, you know?
Yeah, gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay. Next. Ella1316 said to listen. Straight to the point. That's more of what I was saying, so. Me and Ella right here. Okay, so we have two of the same kind of answers. Kiki said, I just want them to agree with me. And then Anonymous said, just listen and stay on my side. LMAO. So this is kind of the same.
I don't know. Right. I don't know why I know this is not like ask me or like they wanted my advice or anything, but I feel like to just agree with me, I don't want people to do that. And I know a lot of people don't like that. Like, a lot of people are like, you need to agree with me. Like, you need to be on my side. If I say the sky's purple, you have to back that up, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like if I'm wrong, now I'm not saying right then and there, like, embarrass me and tell me in front of a whole bunch of people. But, like, let me know, like, hey, like, I don't agree with you, but I respect your decision. Or, like, whatever. Like, you don't always have to agree with me, and that's okay. And I would rather that than somebody who's always like, yeah, no, you're right. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, that's just me personally. Like, I would rather somebody tell me when I'm wrong, or I would rather someone tell me if there's a smarter way to do things, or how they would have done it, or, like, whatever. Obviously, depending on the person. And, yeah, to me, I don't really have people in my life that just, like, agree with me all the time. And I'd rather that than
just listen
and agree with me. Yeah.
The only time that I want people to listen and be on my side is when I know that I am 110% right. Like, if I know, like, nobody could tell me otherwise. Like, if it's such a such a specific situation where I'm right no matter what, and I just know I am because common sense, then I want you to agree with me. Mm-hmm. But other than that, if I'm like, about it, then obviously I want a different opinion. But
right, I agree.
Okay, cool. Finally, you agree with me.
This is the first time in 9 episodes.
Tony and X3 said just listen, which is also, yeah. So, yeah. And that's it.
That's the end. Oh, I think I like this one. This episode was nice.
Straight to the point.
And I think I liked it because we opened up about the Kardashians.
What do you mean? I opened up on the Kardashians?
I said I think I liked this episode because we opened up on the Kardashians. Like, we talked about them.
Yeah. I love the Kardashians.
And, like, we went into details and, like, backed them up.
Yeah.
But my favorite episode is still last week's episode. Don't know why. Sue me.
My favorite episode is everything. I'm gonna don't sue me. You're giving me very Jan Michael vibes right now.
Yeah.
Like, don't say that. She'll really sue you.
Well, again, today is Samantha's birthday, and if you haven't already said it, say it now, or go to her Instagram and DM her. And yeah, who knows that I might be posting embarrassing pictures later, so follow me on my Instagram.
You're getting blocked because now you're chasing clout.
It's you reporting my whole page. Every
Right.
picture I post is report.
Expeditiously. Right now. No, but thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 9 of The Girls Room. And yeah. Catch us next week.
Yeah.
Same day.
At 3 o'clock.
PM.
Tuesday. Next week.